Hello and welcome to Reflections, episode 20, Big Bend Part 2. So I would recommend seeing Part 1 if you haven't seen it. But we have this is our first morning at Big Bend, for context. So we just got there and then we just woke up. That's how it works.
Yep.
That's a lot of 20s.
I probably have like biscuits and gravy all over my teeth.
It's our first backpacking meal of our lifetime. Biscuits and gravy, it's actually really good.
I only brought backpacking and snack foods because bears.
Apparently there's bears around here, as this sign right here says. So we were a little worried about that. But yeah, backpacking meals might replace my everyday meals. I don't know. And today we have the South Rim hike.
So yeah, bears. It's kind of an important little symbol for us. Right before this, our logo was made. I don't know what it was. I asked somebody to make a logo, and they said, "How's this?" And it was the first one they made. Stacy, who was on the Uncorked podcast, she made our logo, and it happened to be a bear on it. And
Did you give her like any direction?
No, no.
That's so cool, yeah.
I don't remember giving any. It was just like, we are traveling. Mm-hmm. And then she's like, "How is this?"
Yeah.
And I'm seeing that it's important for this video because if you watch the previous one, we're dealing with a little bit of tension because we dealt with a wreck. We dealt with life. There was things before this, and so I think our anxiety is like manifested into the possibility of seeing bears.
Yeah. I was really worried about seeing a bear because at this time I wasn't super trusting of you.
You just don't know. You don't know. You don't know your partner until you see them in action. Yeah. And then I was scared. I didn't know how I was going to react either. Like if I would, fight, flight, or freeze or whatever, or remember what to do in the moment. We did have bear spray with us. Bears can be scary if you've never seen one in person. Mm-hmm. That is our point.
So we've hit the trail in the Chisos Basin. Oh my gosh, the sun is definitely out. It's getting hotter by the second. Heather's already shed one layer. Anything to add?
We haven't been eaten by a bear yet.
Heather is very afraid of a bear, which, you should be cautious. But we are in the basin, and I read that there's not too many seen, but that's why Heather is with me. That's why I married her. She's the cautious one that keeps me alive. Without her, I might already be dead.
That's true.
Is that your favorite?
Just to add to that, me saying things like that wouldn't exactly make you feel comfortable. Mm-hmm. I'm very confident in my demeanor, but it would really suck if all that confidence went away as soon as.
Yeah.
That's what you don't know. I think that's where the tension is coming from because this is a very pivotal, critical time, I think, in our traveling career. Mm-hmm. Really.
Yeah.
I don't know how to describe this indescribable feeling of tension, though. Anxiety. Mm-hmm. That's what we're feeling. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Is that your favorite sign ever?
Makes me a little nervous for sure.
Well, thankfully we didn't see any of those bad boys because we'd probably just go home if that happened, right?
Yeah. I'd be done.
We're about to go. We heard from
If I saw it from a distance, I'm okay. Not a mountain lion though. If I see one of those, game over.
We ran into 2 hikers who seemed pretty experienced. Their beards were, I smell it. We ran into 2 hikers and they seemed pretty experienced because their beards were very long. They told us to go up the Laguna South Rim Trail. They said it was the best view in Texas. But we don't have time because we gotta switch spots really quick. So we're gonna go back.
All right, what is it?
Yep. And it's dealing with the non-vloggy aspect. Like I'm trying to describe what we're doing, but I also don't know what we're doing because we like just went out a little bit in a trail, turned around because we had to move our spot. And
yeah.
it's so not much is happening in this. So I think the emphasis is on just like baby steps. Like we barely go out and then we come back and then
like we kind of got a feel for like where the trails kind of started and then maybe like which one we might try, but we weren't like starting a trail yet. Yeah, because we had to move our tent to another spot because I couldn't get two nights in a row in the same spot.
Yeah.
For this trip,
yeah, we're nervous.
Yeah, right. I'm even like asking you. I'm like, okay, now put away the camera so we can like focus, which is funny.
I can't emphasize enough. This is like it was so tedious. We were almost like, because I said we'll just go home if we see a bear, like joking.
Yeah.
But like if something happened that wasn't dealt with properly, that showed that we couldn't really do this.
Right.
This was the time that we were kind of waiting for in each of us, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I'm nervous watching this. I'm nervous watching the last episode. I'm nervous watching this one. I
know.
I think that
it's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard to even like get in. Like I mean, we've been doing this for a while now, but like getting in the mindset of this me too, like is more stressful because I'm like really anxious here, like more so than some of like the other episodes where there's been like peaks and stuff of like I'm anxious and I understand that, I can feel it, like I remember what that feels like, but for this I'm like, whew, that's like I don't really want to put myself back in that feeling to really like remember what that was like, because it was hard. Like I was really hard on myself, I was really hard on you, like it was just I was having a hard time with everything, and like everything was kind of overwhelming and scary at this point.
Yeah.
But I was still trying, like I'm still there, still trying, but really really unsure of myself, of you, of what we're doing with all of this. And it's definitely showing, and it's kind of awkward and uncomfortable. Yeah.
That's yes. I think I did that. I mean, you have to be like through this in your life in order to face it, I think.
Yep.
But then
if you would have made this
yeah.
like 4.5 years ago, like right away I'd be like, no,
Yeah.
we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, like still in that state. Yeah.
We got a layer change alert.
Said I wear a black
Oh.
shirt like an idiot.
We're both wearing black.
We're both idiots.
We're both, yeah. And what does that tell you?
Pining for you, are you pining for me? Lost in the dark, no light to see. I wait here for you, did you wait there for me? I pulled all the bark clean off the tree.
Heather, this is the best.
I don't know if that was the view that those guys were talking
I
about.
don't think so. I think they were talking about like the actual South Rim Trail, and you have to like go pretty far a ways to get to the really cool view.
Yeah.
Because I think we have seen it, but not
Yep.
then.
So our route here is
Yeah.
we go off, just look over. I got confused editing this. We go off onto that point, and then later we come back to that point.
Okay.
But I was about to edit it out of order. But we like go off the trail, come back, and then we go
Back
deeper,
up, yeah.
deeper into this trail wherever it's going, and then we just turn around. But yeah, our route is nonsensical.
We didn't know what we were doing.
No.
We didn't have like a plan for this day. Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah, because I think I didn't really have the energy to like look up the hikes and stuff for this trip. Like I was able to like plan the trip and book it. But at that point that was like pretty much all I had in me, especially after like having booked like our camping trips and stuff like every week for like 4 months, and then planning Zion and stuff. By now I was pretty like wiped. Plus I didn't know like what you were doing with it, so I was like, I don't want to put the effort in to like planning all of those details too, because I didn't know like where it was all going. And so
Not
Yeah.
holding your breath.
yeah, like the song. Yeah.
Yeah, listen to the lyrics. It goes with the vibe.
Is it the same one? Is it the same like artist from
The last one?
the previous episode?
Yeah.
Okay. I was like, it sounds kind of familiar. Yeah.
I feel like I could just touch the sun right now. Metaphorically. It's like so close.
I don't know. I don't have another layer after this.
Oh. Big Bend is freezing and then it's like pretty warm. Our goal is to go up there. That's our goal. But maybe it's not about the destination. It's about the journey, right? So if we don't make it all the way up there, that's fine.
We're gonna make it.
Heather says we're gonna make it, so we're gonna make it. We went up Angel's Landing in Zion. It's a cakewalk.
What's the big deal?
Bears.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Okay, I think we're almost to somewhere.
So the Emery Peak was where I had,
Where you were looking
Yeah.
to go. Yeah.
and you said we're gonna make it, but
Yeah, I don't think I didn't realize like how far it was, and I was like, we have to be back before 12 to move our tent. And
we already moved our tent.
oh, we did. Oh,
Yeah.
you just didn't show it. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't have footage. You said put the camera away,
Yeah,
so I didn't show.
I know. Which it would have been fun to have the footage, because we literally, our spot was like right next to the spot we had, and so rather than like taking the tent down, we just like literally picked it up and moved it to the spot, which was not as easy as it sounds. But that's probably why I was like, don't record that.
It's easier than
Undoing everything and resetting it up. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah. See, this one's also confusing.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, because I was like I didn't really prioritize or care about like what you were recording very much, obviously.
No.
I was like, let's just do it. Like at this point I was like, I'm okay with just like camping and stuff. Like I do like this. I was deciding if I liked this like extreme, camping or not, but
Extreme. That's some.
it was extreme for me at this point.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah.
If you have been keeping up, you've seen the first time we ever went camping together. So this is extreme.
Yes.
It's all relative.
Yeah. I felt like we were pushing our limits, but yeah.
That's how we're acting.
It just seems like we're almost to the end. Because if we're not, I'm just gonna roll back down the hill. It's really strange seeing cactus and mountains at the same time in Texas. The vlog is over because there's people up ahead. Don't want to.
That's still a thing.
Oh yeah,
Like,
no
there-
vlogging while there's people. It's like unwritten rules that I guess we're speaking right now.
Yeah.
It's always been a thing where we don't want to be taking away from someone else's experience.
Yes.
Because of our thing that we have going on. It shouldn't get in the way of anyone else
Yeah.
So if you've ever seen us and it's interrupted, yeah, we really don't. Like it's really just fine the way we handle it, and I kind of like it.
Yep.
Don't want to embarrass anyone.
Yeah.
Embarrass anyone like me. So we decided to turn around. We made it too far. Had it too good for too long, I guess. Just kidding. We're turning around because I want to get
Sunset.
time lapse of the window closing, the sunset. We won't know what's on Dodson Blue Creek Trail or whatever. We'll be back one day.
What's there to be embarrassed by? It means that my body is still working how it's supposed to.
Yeah, so the South Rim Trail is pretty neat.
I don't know what I was talking about there.
Well, I know we were getting tired, but I also know that we were needing to turn around. But
Yeah.
was the excuse that we were getting tired, or was it that, because I prioritized for these, it's always try to get some relation to the sunrise and the sunset. And those were like the two main priorities.
yes,
Like
yeah.
you need to see the sun rising and you need to see the sun setting every day. And that is like what I've noticed, consciously or not, that I was doing for all these things. Plus it helps you get back from a trail
Yeah. that's
early
true.
enough, because this trail goes on forever.
Yeah.
Like we could have just went all the way around,
Yeah.
but
But we wouldn't, and then we would have been out there at night, and we probably would have been.
eaten by a mountain lion and
Yeah.
a bear.
Yep.
Pretty neat. There's like a lot of little, like right here, little campsite areas. If you want to hike all the way up here and then camp out, there's an option.
See, that seems more extreme
Yeah. Backpacking.
than
out
what
there. Oh yeah.
we haven't done anything like that, because it's not the experience that we're needing in our lives.
Yeah. I'm not opposed to backpacking, but
Yeah.
it just hasn't come up yet. You know.
But no fires. But we also temp camped with no fire last night, so Heather pointed that out. She's like, just get good gear. I was like, oh, that's true. And there's a little toilet and bear box over here. The bear box and toilet aren't the same thing, though. Walking.
Okay, so this is where I said earlier, the best view in Texas. And there's a trail that heads up that we are now going up. But
So we didn't turn around.
so we just turned around
Okay.
and we were heading back
Right, but
And
then that takes you to
the-
this trail.
past the thing where I was like, this is
Okay.
the best view in Texas. Yes.
Okay.
I have to, this is why we need these videos to explain. This video is so confusing.
Yeah. Okay. Because we had like basically taken, like whatever trail can take you to access the South Rim Trail, which will just take you like all the way around. Because we were just like seeing how far we could go. Okay.
And then the time. So yeah, we were going to a trail, split off, came back, kept going, just turned around pretty quick. And then now where we split off earlier, we're going to climb up the hill.
Okay. And I do remember that hill because we came back to it when we went back to Big Bend.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm with you now.
Be a bad time to trip. Oh boy. Slippery.
What are you filming?
This ain't easy. Whoa. Well, we're almost there. So it's gonna be cool. It's already pretty cool. Right, Heather? This is it. Pretty cool. Ready to go back?
We probably need to.
Mm-hmm.
It took us like 2 hours to get up here. So we'll be there like at sunset
Okay.
if we leave right now. And we go fast.
Then we should get going. Back down. It's gonna tumble down. Get ready.
I would not.
Yeah. Put the camera away.
So we just needed some form of achievement, I think.
Yeah, that's true. Or
Like,
I would have.
We just mosey on down, come back.
We needed to climb on something
Yes.
to feel better.
Yeah.
Yeah, because also, like, we just gone to Zion and, like, did
Mm-hmm.
a bunch of cool hikes there and, like, kind of challenged ourselves there. And so, yeah, I wanted that a little bit here. That's why probably earlier I was like, we can make it.
Mm-hmm.
But then, yeah, we were just kind of wandering aimlessly. So yes, I do think we needed
Mm-hmm.
that. We needed to summit something, even if it was just a little hill.
Yes. Well, we needed
Yeah.
a viewpoint. Like, that's kind of why I think you go to these places, is because of the, like, this view, this experience, this thing
Yep.
that you physically do. It helps you mentally
Yeah.
at the same time.
And that was on us for, like, not doing our research before that, because there's plenty of, like, really great trails in the Chisos Basin that give you really good viewpoints and stuff. It's just that we had not looked it up.
So you also have to know that our day is cut in half in this. So
Right.
any morning hike, we would have had to have been back by 12 anyways.
That's true.
So that's why this is
Yeah.
kind of like, well, what are we doing? Because
Yeah.
we, in the middle of the day, we have to
Yeah,
be at the campsite, so we can't start anything
that's true.
early. And then now it's getting dark at 3:30-ish. So that's the whole thing about this one,
Yeah, that's true.
is the circumstance behind our campsite.
Right. But I mean, we were even able to be there because also when I booked this, like, that's all I could get was, like, we're going to have to move pretty much every night that we're camping in Big Bend.
Yes.
But that was kind of the trade-off of getting to go at all. So,
Yes.
yeah.
Like, that's the whole complicated thing about telling this part of the story, is like,
Yeah.
well, what are y'all doing? What is the point? And it's like, well, we're there, and that's what's important. Yeah. But we can't go to the top, the highest point in the,
Yeah, because we
Basin.
didn't have all day.
yep. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes. Now we're
Yeah,
took
I'm
us-
just like
we have 2 minutes left.
annoyed with myself.
Yeah, 2 minutes left in the video. We figured out what we were actually doing. Here we go.
Almost to the window. The window spot. Heather's trying to keep us on track. I keep stopping and taking photos of things.
And that's why you go to Big Bend.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was and is one of my favorite things about Big Bend is the stars.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, golly.
Yes. Yeah, you're there at night. That's really cool.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Yeah.
You want to tell a story about
Oh, yeah.
how we were sitting in the car in the heater?
Yeah, because it was, even though it was hot during the day, it was really cold at night, like below freezing, and so we were kind of warming ourselves up in the car And then the plan was to like kind of warm up in the car and then just like literally run to the tent and then just jump in our sleeping bags and like get cozy and go to sleep so that you didn't have to feel the cold. And so that was the plan. And then I run and I ate it.
The concrete slab.
Yep.
With the overhang. Yeah.
Yeah, like where the picnic bench and stuff was on the slab. We like crossed that to get to like our tent pad, and I tripped over it because it was also very dark. And
Your water bottle flew across somewhere.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So I got cold before I got into my sleeping bag, and I also my pride was hurt as well as my knees. But it was okay.
It was pretty funny though.
Yeah,
it was a funny story.
It was. We were able to laugh about it for sure. Yeah.
But this is you after.
So it's a race against time tomorrow. We gotta get up pretty early before the roads close and get out of here. But I think we're done with Chisos Basin.
We did all the Chisos.
What'd you say?
I said we did all the Chisos. Just kidding. I'm sure there's more. Like the Lost Mines Trail we didn't get to do.
Yeah, but the Lost Mines Trail is like closed right now or something. It's hard to get to, so I'm sorry if it's really cool.
Jennifer said it's like the best view.
We might try Lost Mines tomorrow.
No plan. No plan.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, I know, yeah. Like, we did all the Chisos. Like, we didn't even scratch the surface of the Chisos. But yeah.
People talk about the Lost Mines Trail, but the construction on the way, made everything more complicated than it normally
There were, like,
is.
certain times that you could, like, get in and out.
Yeah.
Like, it was a lot to deal with in like planning all of that too, and I didn't even realize it, which that's something you can look on the national park website, live and learn, whatever. Like they'll tell you about road closures and stuff like that. We don't usually run into those problems now, but I didn't really even know that was going to be a problem at the time, and so yeah, it made things a little bit difficult because they would like close the road for certain parts of the day, and like you know one lane at a time can go. And
paving. They were paving, so it was like 2 hours.
Oh, so like you literally couldn't get in or out.
There was hour gaps where it was like you can't leave.
Yeah,
and
that's
then
right.
There was a train of cars, and it was because of the construction crew like moving their asphalt stuff, repaving the road.
And it was 2020, so probably like the best time to do construction like that because like there were less visitors and activity and stuff, I think, maybe.
Or more,
yeah, actually. But yeah.
So I think that's kind of fun seeing it where even though we didn't know what we were doing, the Lost Mines Trail was really cool.
And we did do it the next day, so that'll be in part 3.
Yeah. So we actually did get to, but I remember
we completed a full hike in the Chisos Basin.
Finally.
Yes.
Yeah. But these first 2 episodes are like
rough, and then we kind of get into the swing of things, and it gets a little bit. Yeah, exactly. Well, because also there's not a lot of footage of like. Well, you were doing like pretty footage of us hiking and stuff, but like. We were talking most of the time, like trying to talk through like what was wrong, you know, in like both of our worlds, and kind of trying to come to like figure things out together. There was a lot of talking.
Well, like we're doing now, I guess.
Yeah, exactly.
The theme of our whole thing is we communicate pretty well.
Yeah.
That's why it's like
things get tense, and then but then we like. Reach like the critical mass, and then we're like, all right, let's figure this out. I'm tired of feeling this way. So what are we doing here?
Yeah, because that's like what's for me, not remembering you saying what you said in the last episode, and I'm like, we were really mad at each other. So normally I don't record.
You were mad at me?
No.
I'm just kidding.
I mean, so I have to like maintain this
Yeah.
this like
you stay pretty
path.
steady.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's not been very many times where I felt like you were mad at me.
I think it was just a matter of like waiting to see if I like snap or break because I'm like, no, this is fun. This is beautiful. This is the best. I really don't care what trail we do, what
Yeah.
peak we conquer. I don't care what we do. It's us walking through a beautiful place that I've never seen before.
Yep.
That's enough for me. I know it's enough for me here, but it was all the like I think whenever you perceive somebody as like letting things go very easily, does that mean that I'm not worried about it at all? Does that mean I'm not going to take care of things? Am I just going to immediately let go of a new problem that appears here, just like I have with, the wreck, the car, all these other things? Because you like plan everything, but I think you were wondering if I was just going to take all the weight and dump it on you one day. I think.
Yeah.
Which would not be good for a relationship. But
Right.
I think I'm trying to figure out how to exactly describe this specific situation, because normally I don't see
Yeah, it was certainly
this type of stuff in our footage.
Right.
Normally.
I think I was looking for like your bullshit too, like, like what, like, it's a little early for a midlife crisis. Is that what this is? Are we having a crisis together? Like, what is this about, really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, is it an escape, or
Yeah.
is it following something like that?
Yeah, or, yeah.
Yeah, that's why I say fear chases and beauty follows. So you can like think of that however you want to. But yeah, are we running from something, or are we following something that we don't know? Because you can,
that we haven't found yet.
because when you're scared of something, you don't really know what it is. After, there's no bear around, but we're scared of a bear.
Right.
Same with like following something. It's like there's not the thing that I want to see around, but I don't know what it is either. So it's like what's the opposite of anxiety? Just kind of this peace,
calm.
this kind of peace of
Yeah.
but you can't like find it and point at it and say there it is. It's kind of like I just realized that I let go of everything.
Yeah.
While I was
and
here.
I think even my like decision to like not plan stuff out was like seeing, like, I'm like, are you gonna fall on your face? Like, is this, I mean, yeah, consciously or not. I think I was like testing you, and I wasn't like providing as much help because I was like trying to make sure that this wasn't just all on my shoulders. Yeah.
Yep. So, and some of that footage, I'm just kind of like, it's like lower quality. I used another type of camera that I should never use.
Didn't use after this trip.
Yeah. It was my last
We
Canon.
discontinued it. Yeah.
Because I moved from Canon to Sony, if anybody likes cameras. Canon was kind of getting phased out for me.
Yep.
And so that was like one of the last times. And the camera overheated at one point. It had like an error message on it. And I was like, I'm done. I don't know what you're doing. Like, Sony's been
Tried and true.
But that's what I used at Zion. But then this was like I was literally switching
Deciding.
between both.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
are we going to go all out with Canon, or are we going to go all out with Sony? Yeah.
If we'd have went with Canon, this wouldn't have worked. This whole thing.
We wouldn't be here right now.
That's my real tension in this video is like, am I going to go with this or that? Because I am like, that's a big deal. I mean, that's what I like, the camera system I learned on.
Right.
And so, so it's a lot happening. There's a lot happening at once. It's impossible to describe all the details. We're trying our best by issuing these additional videos on top.
Yep.
But any of these nuances, it's more about the feeling. It's about how you feel when you watch it, because it's about how we feel while we were there.
Yeah.
Recognizing those old feelings.
Like, it is going to reflect that. So, yeah.
They're still validating. They're still still there. They still existed. We still acknowledge
They're
them.
still a part of the story. It still
Yeah.
matters. Yeah. Yep.
Yep. So that's all I have to say, because next is the Lost Mines, and that's a fun one.
And we moved to the Rio Grande village, so away from the mountains.
Yep. So, all right. Anything else? Smoosh? You got anything? You moved in? All right. Well, see ya around.
Thanks.
Go there, do that.